Bhishma ShriKrishna Stuti ShrimadBhagavatam, first canto, 9th Adhyaya, verses 32 to 42. This stuti is sung by Bhishma Pitama when he is about to depart. Here are the 11 verses. Yudhishthira, who heard that from him who was lying on a bed of arrows, asked him, with the rishis listening, about the diverse religious duties. Bhishma described to him the different stages of life and the vocations as determined by the qualities of a person. Next, to the way how one should deal systematically with both the symptoms of attachment and detachment. He explained about the duties of charity, rulership, and liberation by giving their divisions, and gave the general outline of the duties of women and devotional service. Knowing the truth, he described, O sages, the 4 basic civil virtues of religious dutifulness, economy, fulfillment of desires, and liberation, to which he cited various known histories. During the time Bhishma described the duties, the sun ran over the northern hemisphere, which is precisely the desired time preferred by the mystics when they want to leave this world. Bhishma Deva, the protector of thousands of sciences and arts, then fell silent, and with a mind freed from all bondage, he fixed his eyes wide open upon the original person, Bhagavan ShriKrishna, the 4-handed one who was standing before him in yellow garments. Simply looking at him, the annihilator of the inauspicious, his meditation purified, and his pain from the arrows disappeared instantly. And while he prayed before the Supreme, all the activities of his senses ceased when he departed for the controller of all living beings. Bhishma sings praises of Krishna before departing from this world. In 11 verses, he describes Krishna as a supreme lord and friend of Arjuna who appeared before Bhishma in the final moments. Bhishma recalls how Krishna drove Arjuna's chariot into battle and protected them, and how his love is for Krishna, who eradicated the ignorance of those with impure intellects. He sees Krishna as the goal of salvation. अथ श्री भीष्म कृत श्री कृष्ण स्तुतिः। श्री भीष्म उवाच इति मतेरुपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवती सात्वतपुङ्गवे विभूम्नि स्वसुखम् उपगते क्वचित् विहर्तुं प्रकृतिम् उपेयुषि यद्भवप्रवाहः। Bhishma Deva said, let me now invest my thinking, feeling, and willing, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, in the all-powerful Lord Shri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending into the material world as manifestations or avataras, although from him only the material world is created. त्रिभुवनकमनं तमालवर्णं रविकरगौरवराम्बरं दधाने वपुरलककुलावृताननाब्जं विजयसखेरतिरस्तु मेन वद्या. Shri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. He has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the tamala tree. His body attracts everyone in the three planetary systems, Swargaloka, Bhuloka, Patala. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face, covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruitive results. युधितुरगरजो विधूम्रविश्वक् कचलुलितशमवार्यलङ्कृतास्ये मम निशितशरैर्विभिद्यमान त्वचि विलसत्कवचेस्तु कृष्ण आत्मा. On the battlefield, where Shri Krishna attended Arjuna out of friendship, the flowing hair of Bhagavan Krishna turned ashen due to the dust raised by the hoofs of the horses, and because of his labor, beads of sweat wetted his face. All these decorations, intensified by the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows, were enjoyed by him. Let my mind thus go unto Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nija parayor balayoratham niveshya stitavati parasainikayurakshna Hritavati partha sakeratirmamastu. In the obedience to the command of his friend, Bhagavan Shri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana. And while there he shortened the lifespans of the opposite party by his merciful glance. This was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna. Vyavahita prutanamukham nirikshya svajanavadhad vimukhasya dosha buddhya कुमतिम अहरदात्म विद्यया यश्चरणरतिः परमस्य तस्य मेस्तु. When Arjuna was seemingly polluted by ignorance upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield, Bhagavan eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. Swanigamam apahaya mat pratignyam mritamadhikartum avapluto ratasthaha धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययाच्चलत्कुहो हरिरिव हन्तुम् इभं गतोत्तरीयः. Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way. श्रितविशिखहतो विशीर्णदंशः क्षतज परिप्लुत आततायिनो मे प्रसभम् अभिससारमद्वधार्थम् स भवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्दः। May He, Bhagavan Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, he charged me as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. विजयरथ कुटुम्ब आत्ततोत्रे धृतहयरश्मिनि तच्छ्रिये क्षणीये भगवतिरतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षोर् यमिह निरीक्ष्य हता गता स्वरूपम्। At the moment of death, let my ultimate attraction be to ShriKrishna, the personality of Godhead, the Supreme. I concentrate my mind upon the chariot driver of Arjuna, who stood with a whip in his right hand and a bridle rope in his left hand, who was very careful to give protection to Arjuna's chariot by all means. Those who saw him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained their original forms after death. ललितगति विलास वल्गुहास प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पितोरुमानाः कृतमनुकृतवत्य उन्मदान्धाः प्रकृतिम् अगन् किल यस्य गोपवध्वः। Let my mind be fixed upon Bhagavan Shri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the damsels of the Vrajdhama, the gopis. The damsels imitated the characteristic movements of Bhagavan after his disappearance from the Rasa Leela. Munigana nripavarya sankulentah sadasi yudhishtira rajasuya esham arhanam upapeda ikshaniyo mama drishi gochara esha viratma. At the Rajasuya Yajna performed by Maharaja Yudhishthira, there was the greatest assembly of all the elite men of the world, the royal and the learned orders. And in that great assembly, Bhagavan Shri Krishna was worshipped by one and all as the most exalted personality of Godhead. This happened during my presence, and I remembered this incident in order to keep my mind upon Bhagavan. Tamimamaham ajam sharira bhajam hridi hridi dishtitam atma kalpitanam pratidrishamiva naikadharkamekam samadhigatosmi vidhuta bhedamohah. Now I can meditate with full concentration upon the one Bhagavan, Lord Shri Krishna, now present before me, because now I have transcended the misconceptions of duality in regard of His presence in everyone's heart, even in the hearts of the mental speculators. Bhagavan is in everyone's heart. The sun may be perceived differently, but the sun is one.